Good evening, everybody. This is Huge Pop on the Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast. Tonight we're at Pop's World Order, and we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. My co-host tonight, as usual, is Reek Reek, Rico on the bottom, and Cody Cornett has a different spot tonight. He's on the screen tonight instead of backstage. Yay! We love his. I'll be honest with you, Cody. I reached out to you because I love your input. It's very knowledgeable and very colorful and very interesting. So, welcome to the podcast. And
you have very little.
Well, it's nice because, like, you know, me, Huge Pop, can keep it going, but it's nice when you get another person who knows what to talk about involved.
So, we're 2 weeks away from the big main WrestleMania 40. And we're going to talk about some stuff that happened on Monday Night Raw, from the CM Punk to the Cody Rhodes to the Rock and all the way down there. So, stealing a line from Cody Rhodes, guys, where do you want to start?
Well, the very first place we're going to start is that promo that Cody Rhodes pulled.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, he's trying to get everyone invested for the most part at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's even like, he's so relatable to the crowd. He's like, okay, we're in that awkward last 2 weeks where the talking should be over and the fighting should be starting. But we're all like, yeah, the fuck.
Right.
Why point this out? Why point out the obvious?
You know, and that's something that's been all over the media, social media. And I'm not bashing Cody Rhodes. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you said it. Why? Why bring this shit up? Why? Is he that bad on the mic? Is he bad? Does he not know how to cut a good promo?
I don't think it's that he needs to cut a bad promo or a good promo. It's just that he, like I said, he's just so relatable to the crowd. I'm going to say this in the best way possible, and anybody that watches this can either agree or disagree. He is the John Cena that we needed when John Cena was around.
I get that. that.
100%.
It's hard to explain because he's a good guy, but we're not booing him. Like, we all know he's the face, but we're not booing him.
Yeah, and I don't know. Go ahead, Rico. I have some thoughts in my head I'm trying to process.
I like this promo, but it's Cody. Cody knows how to get the crowd going. You know, he doesn't do these terrible promos. You know, I think this is me, just my thoughts. Before Stardust, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't, you know, you're just like, Stardust, you're like, oh my goodness, come on, man. He leaves, he gets better, he comes back. It's like, bam, okay. He needed that time away. Came back and he's freaking awesome. Cody, you look like you want to say something.
No, you're good. Right. You're absolutely right.
And I thought he did a great job in that promo. And then we have Sir Final Boss coming out.
Okay.
I mean,
so
before you go there, he made a couple comments in this promo, and I'm like, the one that I loved, and the one that he should have said it a while ago, is when he goes, while I respect you, Roman Reigns, please understand, I hate your guts. You should have said that a month ago. Instead of pussyfooting around, do whatever you want to do and cut these. I mean, I
love it.
Trying to be friendly.
Be friendly, trying to be friendly, you know. And then another one, he goes, this city should know when I make a bet, I keep my promises. What? When I make a bet, I keep my promise. No, dude. When I make a promise, I keep my. What are you saying? When I make a bet? I was like, why? That was horrible.
So, do you remember All In? The original All In?
Yes. So, yes.
That's what he's referring to, because the original All In was taking place at the Rosemont.
Okay. So, there's a lot of this going on, right? a lot of this reflecting back. That's an AEW comment, an AEW reference.
Mhm.
The same thing he did when he pointed to the sign. Do you remember that? He went like this, kissed the gun, pointed
Yeah.
it.
He went like this,
Yes.
this, and then shot at the sign.
We're off now. I'm surprised TikTok didn't blow up all over this. AEW Bullet Club. What's he saying? I mean, you got the bloodline bringing everybody and their brother to this fucking show. Now, is he gonna
Oh shit!
AEW and bring them to the show? And
well, I mean, you already know Dustin's showing up.
Okay, that's the thing. People are so. Oh God! Continue, Rico. I'm gonna calm down before I fucking like go full cornet because I just son of a bitch.
I mean,
please elaborate there, sir.
References are so shooting towards AEW.
Let me ask, because I can't remember. Is Dustin's AEW contract up?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
No, it's not even that it's up. It people think that WWE are gonna play, or this is, you know what? I'm making a fucking thing for a t-shirt. They're gonna be all friendly with fucking AEW.
That's the next Huge Pop Wrestling podcast t-shirt.
Yes, it is.
Friendly.
Oh God. I'll do it in AEW logo or in an AEW font so that everybody gets the reference.
Yes, please.
But no, it's just they're not gonna play nice. They didn't play nice with AEW, but for getting the footage for Sting and WCW. They got still pictures.
Yeah.
So I highly doubt they're gonna be nice to WWE and be like, yeah, Dustin, go, have a WrestleMania moment with your brother under our contract. Although, if Tony was smart, which he's not, he would allow Dustin to be a part of it and free publicity for the fucking promotion.
Come on, you're at the biggest wrestling showcase.
Yep.
So let your guy go representing your company.
Yep. And the MATT about croaked when I brought this name up. MJF, does he show up in this fiasco of a mess that we call the main event?
I fucking hope not.
To screw over Cody Rhodes.
Okay. Here.
Just, hey, grab the ears. Woo-sa.
Yeah. Ooh-sa, foo-ba. Ooh-sa, foo-ba. MJF, for all intents purposes at this point, kayfabe, real life, whatever, MJF is not a part of AEW.
Correct.
For all intents purposes, MJF is a free agent, and we are literally going through the bidding war of 2024, as he so-called put it.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan, as recent as like 5 days ago, on a podcast, on some random kid's podcast that Tony Khan randomly showed up on, says that MJF is not a part of the roster. He wishes he had MJF on his roster. And I'm like, either MJF is working Tony Khan, which is a huge possibility,
right?
Or those two are playing friendly with each other.
You better make that shirt tonight, man.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking make it. I'm gonna work on it right now, actually.
But yeah,
MJF thing, I mean, I don't know, because the history with him and Cody, I guess you would say, in a sense, it would make sense for him to show up and help out, but
why not throw another cat in the bag? I mean, why not? Why not bring another person out there? I mean, that's what's going to piss me off the most about this main event. It's going to be dumb. It's going to be so stupid because it's flooded with all these people that we're going to talk about the whole night long in this podcast. Who's going to show up? There's reference that at the end of the show, we'll talk about the end of the show where it took place out in the parking lot. and there's a picture. I didn't get that picture, but there's a picture. And it has The Rock and not Rock, it has John Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, let's bring another person into the damn mix.
I love it because I called this shit on this show a month ago.
He did.
You did.
He really did.
I'm like, so
all we need now is fucking Hogan to come down on a fucking wheel or a fucking scooter, and I'll be happy as a clam. Just have him
if he
fucking
comes
roll
down with that one knee on the scooter and just
Sting's gonna propel down to the middle of the ring out of the sky.
Hey,
Hogan's
on the scooter going, you. No point.
So, as we close this segment,
God, we're horrible.
Rico says this, talks about the final boss coming in. And here's the picture that everybody was talking about throughout the whole show until the end. What did he whisper in his ear?
So I didn't get the exact. I tried looking it up and seeing it, and the only thing I got what people were saying was you're gonna bleed tonight.
That's exactly what he said.
Because before that end of it, people were saying, "I got your back. I will help you win."
No. When they
He's
do
not
the
gonna make
close-up,
it that obvious if he was.
right? Exactly. When they do the close up of Rock whispering to Cody in the middle, which, by the way. Well, let me get past this first, and then we'll go to that. The fact that you can see him clear as day, I'm gonna make you bleed tonight. Because on Friday, or the Friday before, he looked at Cody Rhodes, looked at the camera and told Cody Rhodes' mother and himself, I'm gonna make you bleed, I'm gonna put it on my weight belt, and I'm gonna give the weight belt to your mother.
Exact words.
What did he do Monday night at the end?
He rubbed that blood all over the belt that said Mama Rhodes.
Jesus. It's insane how far we've gotten so far.
I mean, it was like that entrance, Cody did his thing. That probably wasted 20 minutes. And then Rock comes down and walks around the ring, walks slowly down. That took 15 minutes for him to get in there. So this whole segment, him saying one sentence and walking away.
So WWE on the YouTube account, WWE has the full segment up, and it is just under 20 minutes.
Okay, so it wasn't that long then.
Between Cody's entrance, him talking, Rock coming out, the stare down that lasted 5 minutes in itself, and then Rock whispering, I'm going to make you bleed. 20 minutes. And it felt like it went longer, but it felt like it went by faster.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This whole show, I mean, I was listening to people on TikTok last night. Why I do that, I don't know. But they were saying that what they're saying was, I think they're right. Every person that touched the mic last night was amazing.
Agreed.
I mean, that was some good stuff. Everybody. Yeah, I mean, all the way from the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk segment with Seth and all that stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about them. I was going to say, we'll get to them in a second here.
So, yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good. That first segment was good. Anybody have anything else to say about The Rock and Cody Rhodes at the beginning?
Okay. Were you guys, I genuinely was shocked that Rock came out.
Well, I remembered seeing, what was it, on SmackDown or something. He showed a very quick little promo, The Rock being on Raw. So I knew he was going to be on there.
He was going to be in Brooklyn, which is next week.
Yeah. So here it brings up a topic that people like my brother talked to me about today. Is Roman Reigns going to get pissed off because The Rock is showing up on a weekly basis and he's going to feel like he's overshadowing Roman Reigns?
Well, what did I say last night?
That you might, you said it. That's right.
Yeah, I said last night, because he keeps calling himself the final boss, and Roman's looking at him like, I'm the big dog. I'm the tribal chief. You're not the boss. I am.
But The Rock is always there. And mind you, he gets one hell of a pop every time he comes out.
Yes, he does.
So, okay, that's a good question. Should The Rock be getting the pops he's getting? A, because he's The Rock, and B, because he's a legend, or B, because of the role he's playing, the fans should be booing him regardless.
All right, Rico, go first.
He's just a freaking legend, man.
Because
He's a legend.
My opinion, Rock's a cunt. Plain and
Really?
simple. Plain and simple.
You went way over what I was.
Not going to sugarcoat it. He's a prick. He's a very successful prick. I'll say that.
I'll say he's good at it.
But he's a prick nonetheless.
But he's kind of like a needs to have the attention. Like it wants to take all the attention onto him.
Right.
Is that what you're... Because I've heard some people say that, like, almost in real life, he's almost like that, right? He's kind of snooty, like, no, I'm here. You disappear.
Well, it all goes, to me at least, it goes back to him and Oprah Winfrey, two of the richest, not us type of guys in the world. And they go, hey, how about you donate your money? Why don't you donate your money? What the fuck? Why are you asking us to fucking do shit that you should be doing?
I know exactly what you're saying, Cole, because when they said that, I went just like this. I could literally sell everything I have, every little bit, and it won't even touch what you have. Not even a smidgen. Why don't you give up something?
Not to mention, The Rock bought into a business that was failing called the XFL. Way to go. And now is changing the rules of football as we speak. But that's for a different podcast. It's just, oh, God. Again, sorry for the language. That's what he is. I very rarely use that word for a very select few people. Like my dad's ex-wife. But that's what he is. And I don't understand why people keep on going, oh, it's The Rock. Fuck him.
I hold a very, very way different opinion of him than you do. He is money. He is gold. He is The Rock. He's the legend. And I'm excited that he's a part of the new promotion, the new TKO. I love the fact that he's there. I love the fact that he's going to bring some energy to TKO and WWE. I think it's amazing. I think he's money, and we ought to respect him. He's a legend. I mean, here's the thing. Did you hate him back when he was not this character, not this situation, Cody?
I've never necessarily hated The Rock in wrestling. When it comes to outside of wrestling and when he stayed away from it because that's what he was told to do until it was the right time to come back and promote a dying franchise film called Fast and Furious and G.I. Joe, that's when he came back to wrestling. And then every time he had something to promote, it was, oh, The Rock's back, yay. And he's like, I am never, ever going away until I do. Pretty much how it goes. He took the business for granted. And it sucks to say, but he's using this nothing more than a promotional tool for every other project now that he's going to be doing forward, even though he's now on the board of TKO.
Now, is that a real job for him, or is that a
Yes, he is. He is literally the boss of everyone there.
Okay.
They are literally doing what the Young Bucks are doing, and WWE is going, fuck you, we're doing it better. We're doing something that only took us 2 months to accomplish, where you took a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the pop that he got last night, you know, it's just going to get bigger if the predictable scenario happens of him helping Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, because the thing, nobody's looking at the movie Rock. Everybody's going back to Nation of Domination Rock. The Rock Mankind. That era against Triple H. Looking at the Legend Rock. So when he comes out, everybody just goes crazy because it's the freaking Rock.
So will he lose that steam if he doesn't help Cody Rhodes win?
I don't think he'll necessarily ever lose the steam, honestly. I mean, please nobody bash me for ever saying this, but no, I'm not going to say it because that's too wrong. That's harsh. No. Sorry.
When did it ever stop Cody Cornette from being harsh?
Well, this was very wrong, and I would be wrong for saying it, so I'm not going to compare it.
No, go on. It's comedy.
So
it's just my biggest problem with the whole thing is that it has been reported that he's gone in May, and he's going to be gone till SummerSlam or before SummerSlam. So
it's in
August.
Okay.
It's going to be the beginning of August because the Bash in Berlin is at the end of August, literally the last day of August.
Right.
So the whole thing is that he's going to miss the Saudi show. He's going to miss at least the next 3 to 4 pay-per-views.
That's with Roman Reigns too, but I heard that he was going to miss those same ones. Or
Roman's probably not going to show back up until Royal Rumble.
More than likely. I mean, let's be honest about that.
He doesn't need to show up. That's my opinion. He deserves a long rested vacation after all the crap he's gone through.
But if you have him lose the belt, what is there to come back for?
That's why I was saying
Rocky.
Thank you. The stipulation. The reason why he loses. Huge Pop doesn't agree with that one.
I think it's stupid. I think it's a wrong move. I don't.
Why do you think it's the wrong move for him to go after The Rock?
I think it's the wrong move to take the title off of him. That's what I think is the wrong move. It's not time. It's not time.
Why? Okay. Oh boy. But you got to look at it like this, though, Huge Pop. Sorry, Cody, I cut you off. Everybody's invested in Cody. Super invested in Cody.
I'm not.
Okay. 99% of people are invested in Cody. All right. So
everyone on earth that is a wrestling fan is invested in Cody, except The Rock, Roman Reigns, anybody that's a fucking IY family tree member, and Scott.
But let me tell you why. And
let me guess. After that interview you had with whatever part of the family tree he is a part of from Alpha, he said that you were family?
I am family. But that's not the reason why.
So you recognize the Matoy?
Right.
Do you know what the Matai is, Scott?
No, I don't. So.
Okay, that's Roman Reigns. He is the head of the table, the Matai. There's a whole. I'm gonna say this right now. Anybody that's watching this, go to Wrestle Talk on YouTube. They do a whole in-depth analysis of the actual like Samoan culture and tribalism that is based on this storyline. It is 1 for 1. It's amazing, and I think they've did a really good job. The only part that pissed off your brother was the fact that they talked about Tama Tonga, which made me laugh.
I like Tama Tonga.
Okay, Matt's whole thing about Tama Tonga joining the bloodline is that he's not blood related. But the whole part of the Samoan families is that as long as you are adopted by the family and by the Matai, you are family, regardless if it's blood or not, which is why they have the blood pact, which is why that Haku's kids that are adopted are a part of the family. The Tonga kids that are adopted are part of the family. As long as you all recognize the head of the table, the Matai, that's all that matters. That's all they ever give a shit about.
So I'm going to tell you why. I lost. Well, first of all, let's go back through what Cody Rhodes was when he wasn't Cody Rhodes. Garbage.
Okay.
Garbage. I hated it. It's dumb. So then he creates this, helps create this AEW.
Mm-hmm.
That was invested. I was like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But all he was a mid at that place.
It's because
that's all he was. No, that's all. Let me finish.
All right.
That's all he was. And he rode that. And then if you remember an AEW episode where Arn Anderson came in and said, you're nothing but a mid because you're not going for it. You're not ballsy enough. Someone's going to come in and take you out. Until you pick up the gun and you do what you need to do and grow a pair, you're going to be worthless.
You also understand that Arn Anderson is saying this when he's fucking 70 years old.
I don't care. What he was shooting straight facts. He's shooting straight facts. You're a mid card.
He wasn't shooting facts. He was just shooting because that's all he wanted to do was go shoot. That's all he wanted to do.
And then he takes his ball and runs. And he ditches AEW.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
The reason why he was mid Carter, or you want to say mid Carter, was because he even said he wanted to do the business end of it. He didn't want to be fully invested in being the main eventer. He wanted to help the business grow, help get guys over. He didn't want to be that guy.
He's for. That's all he's good for. Getting people over.
Okay.
Why? Well, stop me. What? He left.
He left for the same reason that CM Punk left, because Tony Khan is nothing more than a pansy-ass little bitch who fucking does nothing but books for two people on cagematch.net, the same two people that have been watching his damn eFed since 99, which is all this is a continuation of the goddamn thing, which he said in a professional article from Sports Illustrated, because the guy is so high on goddamn coke, he thinks he is going to be Darby Allin on top of Mount Everest and go fucking face first sledding.
I just think I maybe it's not because I've never been a fan. Maybe it's because I've never been a fan of Cody Rhodes.
How could you not be a fan of Cody Rhodes from the beginnings of him?
Cody must cutter. I'll steal a phrase from my brother. Hogan must pose. Cody must cutter.
Well, you know what? I mean, how could you, like, back when it was Cody, DiBiase, and Orton? When you had those three up together, that's when I really started liking Cody.
I was so focused on Randy Orton and DiBiase. That Orton made that team.
Well, of course, it's freaking Orton. I mean, that's not even a question.
I guess I have not liked him. I have not been a fan of his, and he's
because for me, when he did they had him do the whole Stardust thing, I felt bad for him. Because I knew, like, this guy's meant for something different. You could tell it backstage that he was miserable.
So, have you watched his American Nightmare documentary on Peacock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, in the documentary, the Stardust idea was his originally.
Mm-hmm.
And then when his father passed away, they wanted him to stay as Stardust because they didn't think it was the right time for him to come back as Cody Rhodes, which I think is a crock of shit. I think Cody Rhodes is a very good storyteller. I think that he's a very good emotional storyteller. He knows how to get people invested into a story even when it's shit. Like fucking him being the undashing Cody Rhodes against Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania 27.
Oh,
That was a good story going in the Mania.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a good story going in the Mania. His story with MJF, granted, as predictable as it is, still really good storytelling. The man knows how to grab emotion from people when there's no emotion to grab.
Mm-hmm.
He is an excellent storyteller in the ring. He's an excellent promo. He's an excellent all-around. Like I said, he is the John Cena we needed in the Ruthless Aggression era that we never got.
I'll agree with the fact that that story with MJF and Cody Rhodes was good. Now, because he was the one that got the lashes in the back with the belt.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
But again, so I guess maybe maybe you guys can help me figure this out, because everything that he does, it seems like, is, I mean, the storyline with MJF, he was weak, he got beat down, right? I mean, I don't know what I feel.
Well, since he's been in WWE, he's beaten Rollins 3 times
in a row.
Mm-hmm. And would have beat Roman, but got screwed over
majorly.
Yeah, which everybody has.
But the storyline, was good, and it continued. You had to have Solo come in and interfere. Yeah.
And I get it, and that's why I say this second time around, you can't have them lose. You just can't. That is dumb if you have them lose. To build this up, not just 1, but 2 years in the making. Actually, we're 3 years.
For the most part, yeah.
Oh, we'll say roughly 2.5 years in the making.
Well, 2 years in the making, 38 to 40, if you do it that way. Because he re-debuted at 38. Now we're at 40, so it's almost exactly 2 years.
When he came back, he immediately stated what he was gunning for, and Roman has it. And so you can't have him lose this one.
Okay,
it's going to be dumb if you do.
Okay, all right. Then he wins, and it's predictable. And then another WrestleMania, another pay-per-view that's so predictable that there you go.
Again, though, predictability isn't a bad thing as long as the story that's told is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling that's going to be. I hope it's told good. I really do. I hope we get something that is told well that night.
Hopefully, we get Hogan in a Rascal. Like that's on my bucket list at this point. I want to see Hogan on a Rascal going down the ramp, going.
But yeah,
when Stone Cold came back to go against KO, I KO wasn't going to beat him. We knew that. But it was the story that they put together and how they did in the ring with each other where we knew Stone Cold was going to win, but it still made it freaking awesome.
So
another example, Sami Zayn in Montreal at Elimination Chamber against Roman. We knew he wasn't going to fucking win.
Yep.
But that story was gold. And to think about it, the year prior, he's in a match with the Jackass Crew.
Yeah.
Granted, entertaining match. But from where he was at WrestleMania 38 to the pay-per-view before WrestleMania 39, that entire story arc of Sami Zayn has grown people to love Sami Zayn.
So that's true. Absolutely 100%. That's true. So to finish the story then, God, let's get this story done. I want him to win in a normal match then. Because if you put him in a match, the bloodline rules, you're setting up for all the interference and Rock turning on Roman Reigns and helping Cody Rhodes win at the end. So, because he can't do it himself, has to have somebody do it for him. All that shows me is we got a weak champion. If you can't do it yourself, you got to have help.
But Not necessarily The Rock taking out Roman, but The Rock taking out one of the bloodline trying to take out Cody. Doesn't necessarily need to take out Roman. That way, Cody takes Roman out himself.
But he has to look strong doing this.
Mm-hmm. No, he has to.
You can't go in there and having somebody beat all of these people beat down Roman so you can come in for the pin. That you can't have.
And then Senior Money in the Bank come cash it in.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. Flag on the play. 15 yards back. Hold on a second. Scott, I'm directing this at you.
Yeah. I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
You're going to say, how come you made that statement when the last WrestleMania, Solo Sikoa helped Roman Reigns beat Cody Rhodes? But that it's
go on, just say it's different and say it's a double standard, please.
It's different for this reason. That was one dude. We're talking Stone Cold. We're talking John Cena. We're talking The Rock turning on him.
We're talking what ifs.
Okay, hold on. So let me pull a scenario out of my ass here. Roman and Cody are down. Rock and Solo and Jimmy are all gonna fuck with Cody in one way or another. Then you hear Jay's music, Cena's music, and then Austin's music. Now, if any one of those three touch Roman, Cody is an invalid champion in your opinion.
If all that, I mean, that now you're talking 7 people.
8
people helping.
Well, 8 people in general, but they're not helping Cody Rhodes. They're just fucking over Rock. Helping Cody Rhodes would be having Roman Reigns take an AA stunner and a super kick combination, then 3 crossroads, still kick out at 2 because he's Kenny Omega for some fucking reason, and then for just good measure. Then you can say, yeah, Cody Rhodes had help. But if Cody Rhodes is down and Roman Reigns is down and Jimmy, Solo, and Rock are going to interfere, 3 other people interfere, but do not touch the 2 competitors. Nobody touches Cody. Nobody touches Roman. Just, it's going to be a 3-on-3 fight from the outside interference. And then both the competitors get up, have a match of their own, or continue the match on their own, and then Cody just gets a clean win.
I'm okay with that because he got a clean win.
That's fine. But as long as Roman is not taking a move from anyone else except Cody Rhodes,
right?
It would make him an invalid champion, even though Roman Reigns gets help about 50% of his matches in the 4-year reign that he's had.
What I'm saying, Cody, is if all those guys come down, like a bunch of big ifs, right? If all those guys come down and they lay out Cody, they lay out Roman Reigns, they make something to do with whether they pull the foot, whether they do whatever. I want Cody Rhodes, if he's the champion, if he's going to be my champion, I want him. And the same with Roman. I'm the only thing I want from Roman Reigns is I love the storyline. I love every bit of this storyline, and I guess I'll say this. Maybe I'm not a Roman Reigns fan. I'm just a fan of this storyline. This storyline.
That's fair.
And my favorite storyline was the NWO. This stuff.
Why?
This stuff I do not want to end. Why do we want this shit to end? This is gold, and this is what wrestling has missed. I mean, now you got and I just wish. That's why I don't want Roman Reigns to lose, because I don't see how they can further the storyline and make sense.
That's the exact way I felt with DX. I felt like it didn't need to end, but it ended.
But we have to talk about the NWO. What happened with the NWO? There was no fucking payoff. It just ended.
And I was mad about that. I hated when it turned into NWO Black and White and NWO Red and Black. That was dumb.
Okay, here's the thing though. We had two factions of the NWO. And then what happened? Goldberg got arrested for SA on Miss Elizabeth somehow, I guess, whatever. And then Hogan comes back from running from president against Kevin Nash, who took a shot like a goddamn gun. And then create the NWO Elite, which lasted all of a few months because because Goldberg couldn't compete with the rest of them because he hurt himself, which, way to go, Bill. And then they create the NWO 2000, which again, Bill Goldberg screws himself by injuring himself. And that's it about the NWO. There was no ever ending payoff of the NWO. There was an ending payoff of Aces and Eights. There was an ending payoff of DX. There was an ending payoff of Legacy. There was an ending payoff of Evolution. All of these factions I can name, the only one that didn't have an ending was the NWO.
It's got facts right there.
So if you make this the NWO of our generation, why?
You misunderstood what I said.
You don't want it to end.
I'm not saying this is the NWO. This is the storyline that I like. Just the last storyline. I mean, I did like the Aces and Eights. I mean, it was kind of cheesy at times, but I liked it.
Right.
DX, I love that. That was amazing. NWO, in my opinion, energized wrestling when Hogan came down in Daytona Beach. That re-energized it. And for me as a fan back in the day, right? Okay, I lost all connection with wrestling until one day I flipped through channels and I see WCW and Shane McMahon and all this stuff going on. And I see Scott Hall and Nash running through the crowd, creating chaos. Something wrestling needed. And now we're here. And I didn't want the NWO storyline then, but it did, like you said, with no payoff. Now what are we going to do?
Yeah, there was no payoff to
we
it.
Have these stupid
ended,
belts.
But there was no payoff.
I got one of the belts. That's all the payoff I got from the NWO. I got a championship belt with NWO on it.
I got a damn belt.
Right.
See, I loved the NWO. I truly did.
I did.
Me personally, I was more of a DX fan.
I mean, why do you think we created this logo up here by Cody? That's my brand. I love NWO.
Right.
And now there hasn't been a storyline that I've been so invested in than this one in a long time. And as a fan, I don't want it to go away. So if anybody could convince me how it can't go away with Cody Rhodes winning it, I'd be all for it. Because what I'm afraid of, I told Rico this last night, what I'm afraid of is 1, 2, 3, Cody Rhodes raises his hand. He's got this match. Both competitors went through hell. They got beat down by everybody involved. At the end of the day, Cody Rhodes wins the match, raises his hands. He can't do nothing. He's weak. And down comes Senior Money in the Bank. You got to hold the belt up like your dad didn't get to, and now you're done. What the frick was that all about? If you're not going to keep the belt on Cody Rhodes for a period of time, why finish the story then?
But I will say this. Roman himself, not the rest of the bloodline, Roman himself has made the bloodline relevant.
Yes.
If he was to lose the title, you still have the bloodline. You still have the whole family. But now you have others stepping up to take over, like Solo. You know, we can have what's his face? Cody, what's the younger one's name? He just became a free agent. And
Jacob and Zula Fatu.
Yes.
Both become free agents.
You know, there's more to bring in. So the bloodline doesn't end.
Okay.
You can still keep it going.
If Cody Rhodes wins the belt, which he probably will, that's written in stone. It's written right here for us. And if he wins, now we're going to see what happened. In my opinion, I fear that they're going to be pushed aside like the Judgment Day. And that was a good storyline until it wasn't. And I don't want the bloodline stuff to go away or fizzle out like that. It's just because I've always been an Uso fan.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I mean, I hate to see that go away, and that's where I guess I am misunderstood. Roman Reigns, no, he needs to show up. That's why I loved what Seth Rollins said. That is an entertainment title. Go ahead and have your entertainment title. You go ahead, Cody Rhodes, and get that entertainment title. I have the workhorse title.
which
And he's right. And he's right. He has the wrestling title. He has the wrestling title, right? Roman Reigns holds the entertainment for days title. And okay, if Cody Rhodes, is that what you want? Go ahead, win it.
You know, I when you brought up the Judgment Day, not to change it, but I think where they messed up was it was good to bring Finn in, but I think you got rid of Edge too quickly. You didn't give it a chance for there to be any controversy. It was just immediate, boom, Edge is gone. And ever since then, you know, you brought Rhea, or no, Rhea was already in. You brought Dom in, JD. They just never got where they were supposed to get to. Right. I really think personally, Rhea Ripley's the only thing keeping that group running besides Senior Money in the Bank.
So because you mentioned Dom, I got a picture of this. This is the funniest part of probably the funniest part of Raw last night that I loved with Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley was this.
Yeah, she got him good.
I love that, you know, and of course, but that showed, and I hate to skip out of the Roman Reigns stuff, but we take a long time with that.
Yeah, we got other stuff to cover.
Becky Lynch popped that boy hardcore, and I used to hate him, but that's what makes him good right now. He steps up for anything like that, and he took it like a man.
You know, wasn't he number 2 in having the most matches last year?
Yes.
He's putting in the work, man. He's starting to really get a grasp for stuff.
Yeah. So that was good, you know, and that was a good segment. And sorry, did you need to talk more about Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, Mr. Cody Cornett?
I'm good.
No, wait. So we'll go on to I mean, what was it after that? It was Ricochet and JD McDonald.
Yes.
You know, I've said it before. I feel like Ricochet just gets the shaft. I'm just gonna say it. That guy gets the shaft, man. He shows up to work. He puts in the work.
Yeah, he looked good last night, and that was impressive. That was a great match last night. A great match of the segment last night for sure.
And so they were talking about bringing doing the what is it called? The Andre Memorial Battle Royal.
When?
WrestleMania.
Jesus.
I was hearing talks of it. I don't know if it's true, but do you think Ricochet should win that?
No.
Who do you think should win it?
Oh, I had a name. Give me a second. Oh, God damn it. What was the name I had? Because me and Matt have been talking about this for God knows how long. Who did I keep on saying was going to be the there was somebody. God damn it. Oh, I was going to give it to Randy Orton. That's why, because we didn't have anything for him, and then the whole Logan Paul situation came up, so now it's him and Kevin and Logan Paul. Honestly, give it to an NXT call-up. Give it to Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes. Trick Williams.
What about Karrion Kross?
Please give him something. That's pissing me off.
He's dead in the water.
It's just like me and George have talked about this how many times. He was up here undefeated. Vince says, "Oh, you're going to lose to Jeff Hardy," and then he just.
So Cody, I got a question, man.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Rico this last night. I hate talking about Cody Rhodes again, but if he wins,
yeah,
how long is his reign going to be?
Now, see, that's a hard question because so many variables. Rock could come back at SummerSlam, win the title, be the head of the table. Then you have Roman come back at Rumble, win the Rumble, be the next 2-time winner. I do believe, I don't think he's won a Rumble twice. I think he's only won it once. I do believe. He's been runner-up multiple times. I know that. But yeah, have him, and then, then you have your Rock Roman WrestleMania main event for the title. Fuck it. Or have him fight Gunther at Bash at Berlin. Cody and Gunther. That would be a great singles match.
For what? For the
title.
For the Universal title?
Yeah, and give Gunther a goddamn reign.
Okay. And again, I'm going to ask this. Is it okay? Do we give it to Cody so he can do something his dad didn't do?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if you do it right, you make sure that he wins the match, never holds the title. Damian Priest cashes in, and then you have the reverse of the Dusty story, which is Dusty won it, or held it, never won it. Cody won it, never held it. You could do it that way. You could have him run for Priest until SummerSlam, and then have him lose to Gunther within 30 days. Cody Rhodes is a better chaser than he is a keeper.
Okay, thank you. That was a good analogy of how I feel. I felt he did that all through AEW.
Well, he had to. He lost his one and only chance at the AEW championship and booked himself into a corner to where he could only be the mid-card champion.
So now Rock says this is your last chance.
Mm-hmm.
Taking it away, taking a segment from AEW.
Yeah,
Rock says it's your last chance. Will he? I mean, I don't know. I was just curious what you thought on the title reign if he does win it. So that's it.
Well, we'll get off that. We'll stay on that one all night.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump ahead a little bit. What you guys think? Candice LeRae and Ivy. What do you think about Candice LeRae?
I think we're in a odd fucking predicament. I'm gonna be 100% transparent here. We are completely fucking weirded out at this moment. Like, why is she going after a woman whose brother is dead?
Well, it's they're bringing that heel character back out of her.
Right.
Like you watched her against Ivy, and who was it that what's her face? Kaden Carter.
Yeah.
When her knee, supposedly got messed up, and instead of giving time for her she immediately went after it, banged up her leg even more, and put her in a leg lock. And then Ivy did the whole cheat and put her legs on the ropes to pin her and win.
Right.
She's doing all this heel stuff, and I think they're trying to get her back to that kind of the poison pixie when she had an NXT.
Yeah, but it wasn't all that good.
No,
she's not a good heel, my opinion. I think that she is like one of the. She's a good wrestler. Don't get me wrong. Have no issue with her as a wrestler. She just doesn't give me that heel vibe. Like Tiffany Stratton is an upfront bitch. I'll say that. She is an upfront bitch. You can tell that this is like natural to her. Like she was the mean girl in high school type deal. Like this is like completely natural to her. Candice LeRae is like, how can I put this without sounding
the nice mom trying to be mean, to be tough?
Yeah. She's like Jill from Home Improvement. Like she can be mean to her own kids, but she can't be mean to anybody else.
No, I like that scenario right there.
Well, we got about 15 minutes. I got three pictures I want to talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw. One is real quick. What do you guys think? What is your thoughts about the backdrop of this? What's going on in this picture?
I already know what you're. Yep, I knew he was going to put it up there.
Drew McIntyre back there talking to Paul Heyman. Is Paul Heyman recruiting him to help in that main event? What's going on in your guys' scenario?
Okay, my thought process, real quick, Cody, before you go off on this one. Drew will be another Heyman guy. He's not going to be Bloodline. He will be a Heyman guy. Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. Because Roman loses, that's pretty much the only reason why Heyman is still with the Bloodline is because of Roman. Right. Roman gone, he'll focus on Drew. Because Drew, excellent wrestler. He's not terrible on the mic, but you get someone like Heyman behind you, you become a Heyman guy. You just get boosted up.
Cody Cornett.
Honestly, I truly do believe that he was just there for what was going on later in the night to get to Cody, like to help The Rock get to Cody type thing.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right.
So... I don't think there's going to be anything more involved with that unless they really like pull the trigger and be like, hey, like Rico said, I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
Okay. Next segment was they shared battle after battle. I loved what Drew McIntyre said when he squatted down and crisscrossed. He said to the cameraman, "Get your camera out of my junk," or whatever he said.
Yeah, don't film up my skirt, you perv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he told, I loved it because Drew McIntyre, because CM Punk went off and said I think he said shit or something like that. And Drew McIntyre goes, hey, remember, it's PG. Or something
PG,
like that.
brother.
PG, brother. Yeah, that was funny. So,
and I like that. I did enjoy that. But I don't know. It's a whole thing with me.
But you could tell some of that was like not really scripted. Like they were just taking jabs at each other.
They literally went, hey, Punk, we're in Chicago. Want to drive down real quick to the Rosemont? Sure.
No.
I can run my mouth.
I can run my mouth.
He's gonna be amazing at the commentary desk for that main event.
Oh yeah.
We don't know what he's gonna do. He's either gonna be part of commentary, or he's gonna be as a ref, or he's gonna be an enforcer, or
well, I think he stated he's gonna be doing commentating. I think didn't he say that?
He didn't say anything. That's the problem.
Oh, he made reference about being able to, because Drew said you can't even count, and he goes, I can, yeah, right here. And then he made reference about being good on the mic. So that was a good segment in itself. I hate to rush through it, but that was an amazing segment in itself. So
it was.
Mm-hmm. I really did like that, man. That was a good promo with all three of those guys.
Right. I mean,
I thought it was done very well.
I got one last picture, but we've exhausted 40 minutes on this topic already, and I'll show it anyways because I think it's amazing. One of my favorite pictures.
You can put that back up more, Scott, for a second so we can all watch. We can all look at it. Okay.
Well, look at that guy. Look at that champ.
Right.
Look at that man getting his ass beat. Man.
And then look at that man getting his ass beat by a man that does steroids legally.
Right.
Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, Rocky.
Shh.
Why do you hate The Rock? Oh, we already talked about that. You already gave me that. He's a prick.
So, what did you guys think about the Uso and Nakamura match?
Loved it.
To be fair, was not paying attention.
I loved it. I mean,
I was literally waiting for what was happening afterwards.
I loved it. Of course, I'm a Jay guy. I love Jay. I can't wait till Jay and Jimmy fight it out like little brothers and hug it out at the end to be together at night 2. So,
is it night 1 or night 2?
I'm not sure when that match is. They'll be together at night 2, anyways.
I think it's going to be night 1. There's no reason why it needs to be night 2.
Hey, you're still stuck on that. Jay's gonna come help out. Absolutely. You're still stuck on that.
100%.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be part of the bloodline.
No, he's not. Whoa, okay, this is where we differ. Hell no.
Yeah, see, this is what I was saying. He's saying he's gonna help the bloodline. I'm like, no, he's not.
What? Listen to what they said. I mean, it's a perfect brother fight. Hate each other. We see this in school. Okay, 2 buddies pissed off at each other, middle of the cafeteria, beating the piss out of each other. Next day, they're hugging it out, walking around, being chums in the smoking pens, right? Jimmy and Jay.
I don't know what you did at school, but when
when 2
guys fought each other at my school, it was expulsion or a shotgun.
And then the next time you see them back at school, they're buddies.
No, next time we see them back at school, one of them is dead.
Well, I'm sorry you went to like a crazy school like that, but what I'm saying is I see him back in the bloodline somehow, some way. Yeah, so that's what he doesn't. He doesn't want to fight his brother to be against his brother after WrestleMania. They want that WrestleMania moment. They're gonna get to WrestleMania. They talked about that on a podcast together.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting what they got, and then it's done. Now they're back at the bloodline.
What is the company seeing right now in Jay? That money. He's bringing that money in with that merch right now. We talked about.
He's bringing the money in with the yeet. That's all he's bringing. That's what's bringing the money in.
But he's one of the top 5 merch sellers right now.
Absolutely, 100%.
So why would they throw that away just to help? They're not
because we're going to see a twist after twist after twist after twist in night 2.
So we're going to have a good old fashioned Vince Russo special and pull our hair out.
Before we get out, and the thing is, okay, whether Cody wins, whether Roman loses, whether whatever, it's predictable. And my last thing I want to say it's about to these content creators that are on TikTok.
Oh God, here we go.
Everybody knows the outcome. Everybody knows, but I don't care if the outcome is so predictable by the night. The content creators are going to lose their mind.
Oh,
over exaggeration, lose their mind. I mean, I think some of these content creators know what's going to happen, or watched it the night of that night, and then they make these using Streamladder, making these videos of clips with their expressions like, "Oh my God!" No, you knew. You fucking knew. Don't give me no. You freaking knew.
I'm clipping that.
Well, and it's also like this, like it's the fan in you because, you mark out sometimes because realistically, like a couple month ago or so, when we knew The Rock was coming back, when that music hit, I already knew he was coming, but I was still like, oh, this is freaking awesome because you just get excited. You get caught up in the moment.
Right. Like I said to Rico last night, I want this kind of moment to happen in this main event. Okay. The moment that the last big, huge pop that I was like, what? Was when Bayley walked down with the damage control was it Survivor Series?
SummerSlam. That was
SummerSlam last year.
Mm-hmm.
That to me was the huge huge pop moment of the year when they came down. No one expected that.
Nope.
I want something to happen that no one expects. But our world is so full of leaks or whatever. I don't want it. I want to get to WrestleMania night 2 and be floored. And I hope that whether it's Roman Reigns winning, whether it's Cody Rhodes winning, whether it's the Usos getting back together, whether it's the ladder match. I'm excited for that ladder match. I can't wait for that ladder match.
That's going to be awesome.
As long as the Hardy Boys don't show up, I'm good. But no.
I just want
I'm
to say
just
something real, just because it's top of my head, man. Not to cut you off, but there's one name nobody's brought up. I don't know why I didn't think about it. His name's been cleared of any kind of allegations. Why would we not see Brock Lesnar come back and take out the bloodline?
I'd
Just
go, holy
saying.
shit. If that happens,
That would be all. Oh,
and if that happens and Paul Heyman turns on the Rock or on Roman Reigns, that would be sick. That would be well played. That would be well done, and I would pop for that.
yeah. Because I was just thinking about that. I was like, nobody's really thought about Brock, and Brock's got some beef to settle with those guys as well.
Or why not have Solo Sikoa turn on the Rock or on Roman Reigns? He's done nothing so far but be a silent part of.
We talked about it yesterday. Like, he really hasn't done anything. He needs to get himself up there.
When's his time?
Here's the thing: Solo can still rest his morals on fucking Cena. He beat John Cena with 8 spikes and destroyed him, and has never shown back up
Until WrestleMania on the truck. He'll be on there.
Yeah. he'll be at WrestleMania on the truck, which is fun.
Go.
Next to Hogan on his wheel his trike. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want a dumb ending. Is all I don't want.
I honestly don't think we're gonna have one.
No,
I'll be happy. I will say, yeah, good job. I won't trash Cody Rhodes. I just want the story, if it's going to end the proper way. End the proper way.
What is the proper way, though?
You need to make him look strong.
He's already strong.
Not after this. He's not. He got his ass whooped.
He got his ass whooped by someone that's taking enhancement drugs.
This is not the only night he got his ass whooped.
But remember this.
His ass whooped.
Think about this. 3 weeks in a row, prior to WrestleMania main event, Stone Cold was laid out by Shawn Michaels. 3 weeks in a row.
Was he really?
Yeah, it was 3 weeks in a row he was laid out by him.
Huh.
And he ended up beating him WrestleMania.
He gets destroyed on the mic on a weekly basis.
I believe it was definitely 3 weeks in a row. He got knocked out.
Of course, you're getting destroyed by The Rock, one of the best on the mic, but you're getting destroyed. The only powerful thing I seen from Cody Rhodes is when he had the balls enough and got enough balls to slap The Rock. I love seeing that. That was a good part of Cody Rhodes. I'm like, whoa, this is finally what you're going to get. That's finally what you're doing. This is what Arn Anderson told you to do back in AEW. Mm-hmm. I like that, Cody Rhodes. I do.
I don't know. I love talking to you, Scott. I do, because it just feels like that you and me are on opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to Cody Rhodes. Everything else we're almost aligned with. I mean, honestly, I would love to see Roman Reigns take out Bruno's record, because when are we ever going to try to see this again attempted? Right. Never.
Nope.
There's never going to be another heel dominant champion.
Right. And see, I think where we're missing each other, Cody, is I'm okay with Roman Reigns losing. But my thing is, why? I guess I'm a record chaser. I love, and I mean, this reference is probably a poor reference. I love watching college sports and that girl from Iowa chasing that record of most.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. And she gets it, right? I love seeing, back in the day when I was a huge baseball fan, I loved watching Sammy Sosa and Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire chasing that home run record. I was invested in it. I loved it. I want, maybe I'm a mark of records. I want to see Roman Reigns, and I'm a Hogan lover. I love Hulk Hogan. Hogan's amazing. He's done some stupid stuff, but he's amazing. I want Roman Reigns. I don't want him to go any further than Hulk Hogan. I think it's big if he beat Hulk Hogan's record. But I understand if that's not what WWE wants to do, fine. Then end it. Then take it off of Roman Reigns and put it on. Because Roman Reigns, you're right. Everybody on whoever watches is right. Roman Reigns is a part-timer. And I don't like that. That's why I think I'm a fan of Seth Rollins' belt more than I am of the Universal Championship, because Seth Rollins at least is at the show every week. And that's why I like him. So do I think Cody Rhodes deserves it? Yes. You know why? Because he got screwed over at last year's WrestleMania. Before WrestleMania, he got screwed over by putting him into that stupid storyline with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Jay and Jimmy or whatever that was. I wanted him to come right at Roman Reigns, but he got sidetracked. Was that great storytelling? Great. Sure, it kept the storyline going. But my point is if you're going to finish it, have him hold the title for more than a second. And my fear is they're not going to do that.
He'll have it for at least 6 months.
I hope so. If he's going to win the belt, I hope he wins it and keeps it for 6 months.
Because to beat someone like Roman and only have it for a month, it's ridiculous.
And yeah, my question would be to Triple H and to The Rock. What the hell were you thinking? If you only let your champ win it, keep it for a month, then you might as well win for that record that Hogan has.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at. I don't care if Cody Rhodes beats him, but if he does, let him have it for 6 months to a year. Don't take it off him in a month.
Nope. That would be disrespectful. Honestly.
Disrespectful, pointless, and you screwed up a storyline that was going so well for the last 3 years.
Yeah, but okay. So this is where I get again. Cody being champion is not the point of contention. I feel like a lot of people are either going to be Cody needs to have a year-long run till WrestleMania 41 and have a Roman rematch. So now we have a three-peat, which is fucking fantastic.
No, that'd be stupid.
Right, that'd be stupid too, but that's what people are going to want. Or we don't give Cody the title because we don't want him to have it less than 6 months.
Yeah.
Like what? Okay, so what happens if we have Senior Money in the Bank come in and have him cash in 5 minutes?
That's what we were talking about. That would be dumb.
I don't think so, because you still have that story of if you do it right, Cody can chase it and then have that problem that his dad had. Unfortunately, it's the reverse of it, but still, he never got to wear the belt.
Then you should have kept them chasing Roman Reigns until Roman Reigns beat Hulk Hogan's record.
I honestly, maybe it's just me far-fetched with this, but I really think Senior Money in the Bank is cashing in on Gunther.
For the IC belt?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I hate they opened up that can of worms. I hate it. I hate it so much because once they did it with Austin Theory in the United States title, I'm like, no.
It should have only been for the championship.
Yes,
the world
it should have
championship.
only been for the world titles because that's how you make stars. I mean, everybody that's won that Money in the Bank briefcase, with the exception of 4 or 5 people that haven't really successfully cashed it in, we've made stars off this goddamn briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to go for... There was rumors, and I was so glad that he lost the goddamn thing. There was rumors of Otis challenging for the tag titles with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
And I was so glad that he lost it to The Miz. So glad. I was pissed he won in the first place.
I was too. I thought that was the stupidest Money in the Bank.
He wasn't supposed to.
No. That was that theatric one, wasn't it? Where...
Yeah.
It fell off.
Yeah. I just think it's time for Damian Priest to cash it in somehow, somewhere. He needs to get rid of that.
Because we're what? Almost 2 months away.
Right. So
from
you know
it being a year.
You know he's going to cash it in sometime.
Yeah, it's either going to be Drew, because Drew's going to beat Seth. I love Seth to death, but I think Drew's going to win. So it's either going to be Drew or Gunther. He's not going to go after Cody.
He's got to go after Cody. That's the only.
How many failed attempts has it? Because once you attempt it and you fail, you're done, right?
Yep, you're done.
How many times has it been? How many times has it failed?
It's only been 5 or 6 times total.
Let's see here. Strowman lost his cash in.
But
Damian
why he's counting
Sandow lost his cash in. Corbin lost his cash in.
What you call it? Seniors on Raw. You have Gunther on Raw and Drew on Raw. So he'll go for one of those bad boys.
Guys, I hate to end this short. You know what, Cody, if you want to, you have something before we go.
I'm just trying to fail the attempts here. I don't think there's many. Yeah, there's only 5 people that have cashed in and failed.
Gotcha. So 5 people attached and failed. I hope it's not a failed attempt by Damian Priest.
But see, the thing is that so 4. I'm going to count 4. Because Cena's was not a failed cash-in. Cena's technically was a successful cash-in. He just never brought home the gold. He won by DQ.
Right.
But the other 4 lost their match out respectively. Well, I'll take that back. There's 2 that had a fucking weird outcome. Cena won his by DQ, and Strowman had a no contest in a Hell in a Cell match because Brock Lesnar decided to be a little bitch.
So we have 2 more Friday night SmackDowns and 1 more Raw before Mania.
Jesus.
So I'm sure there'll be a lot of conversations coming forward. Next Tuesday, we will talk again about Raw, and we have a special announcement from a wrestler that has been on the show before, Sin from the Syndicate. It's he's an indie guy from Illinois, street around that area. Johnny Cass is one of those, whatever. He has an announcement. He's asked to come on the Huge Pop Wrestling podcast to give that announcement. So it's gonna be, he'll be on board with the whole Tuesday night Raw talk, and I have a couple interviews lined up. You might be interested in this one, Cody, and Rico. I have on Thursday night, I have, what's his name? Where's he at? I got Bison Clutch coming in from FWE and Josh Breezy coming in. He's from the Nightmare Factory, so I can have a conversation with him about Cody Rhodes.
Oh, Jesus, let's not say we did.
but he's from the Nightmare Factory. He'll be on Thursday night. I had a night ahead of FWE's big event in end of March. So we'll have that in this coming weekend. So if you guys are done, I'm done. Huge Pop Wrestling people, thank you for watching the show. And
Appreciate you guys.
Those that will watch it when Cody uploads it onto YouTube. And pay attention, I guess, to Cody Cornette's TikTok, because he's gonna clip something and got all kinds of shit on Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast TikTok page, because I spoke my mind. Thank you. I know you won't let me down. Huge Pop Wrestling fans, we love you. We're out.
All my dogs, make some noise up in this house. Who is in the house? Who is in the house? It's the gangster of destruction, so you know what's going down. And when the drive-by's coming, then you better hit the grind. Cause when your body hits the canvas, then your ass is knocked out. Who is in the house? Who is in the house? It's the gangster of destruction, so you know what's going down. And when the drive-by's coming, then you better hit the grind. Cause when your body hits the canvas, then your ass is knocked out. Fight with Adrian Whisper is like a fight with the devil, because when he's dealing with you, you cannot get on this level. Fight with Adrian Whisper is like a fight with a king. It's like a fight with an army, they got the tanks and everything. He's leaving bruises and stitches, possibly leaving you crippled, cause when he sets up the table and sends you straight through the middle. Six sadistic free, beat that ass with a light bulb. Leave a piece of glass embedded in the back of your skull. Who is in the house? Who is in the house? It's the gangster of destruction, so you know what's going down. And when the drive-by's coming, then you better hit the ground, cause when your body hits the canvas, then your ass is knocked out. Who is in the house? Who is in the house? It's the gangster of destruction, so you know what's going down. And when the drive-by's coming, then you better hit the ground, cause when your body hits the canvas, then your ass is knocked out.